Today is Veterans Day, and as much as we enjoy another day off of work, it is important to understand that there's so much meaning behind this holiday, if you will, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what that means from an actual veteran. Today I have Mr. Mike Shaw, well known around the community for Mike Shaw Toyota. However, you are a veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And you have found a multitude of ways to give back to our veterans and celebrate them here in our community, particularly those that are living without. So tell me a little bit about your time in service and what it means to you to be a veteran.
Mine all started, I went to Texas A&M and I graduated in 1968, which was the height of the Vietnam War. It was the Tet Offensive. And what you learned at A&M, the education that you get outside the classroom is more important than the education that you get in the classroom. And I left A&M with a true patriotic feeling about our country, felt very strongly about our country, and I went on to graduate school for a couple of years, and then I went on active duty. And when I went to Vietnam, that's when I learned what real soldiers are about. You find out the sacrifices and what these guys do, men and women, to take care of our country, regardless of the branch. I just got a tremendous amount of respect for the guys that wear a uniform. Over the years being in business, you know, I was not personally involved. Somebody would come to me and say, Mike, we need some support and some help on this, and all I did was financial support. I formed my own foundation to be able to raise money and do all these things. And really, the Turkeys for Troops is where it hit me. I was sitting there and I personally shook hands and handed out 3,000 turkeys the first year that we did this 8 years ago. And I thought to myself at the time, Mike, where you been? So I started looking for every way I possibly could to give back to the veteran community in our area, whether it be Turkeys for Troops, the band, all the things you mentioned. We gave away a few homes, we gave away cars, we're doing all kinds of things. Anything that we could possibly do to support veterans.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your sacrifices as well, and for all the great ways that you're finding to give back to our community. Our veterans in particular deserve all the praise. And as he mentioned, just something as simple as picking up the tab for a vet, if you see one, holding the door open, thanking them, or even visiting the Memorial Cemetery to leave some flowers for a grave that may be without. So these are just little things you can do to celebrate Veterans Day with its true meaning, and keep that in mind as we honor our veterans on this very special day. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.